Hello everyone, this video is for Wednesday, April 29th for ELA. I'm here today to talk to you about the essay that we're going to write for Number the Stars. So we have been reading the book for a few weeks, and now that we're done, we're going to write kind of a different essay than what we're used to in the past. This essay is going to kind of cover everything, but I'm going to break it down by paragraphs for you, so I think that will hopefully make it easier. So this is all posted on Google Classroom, but just so you have an understanding of what you're going to write about. So we're going to write about the setting, the main characters, and the key events. Those are going to be your three main body paragraphs. First one's going to be about the setting, second one's going to be about the main characters, and the third one's going to be about the big events in the book, beginning, middle, end. So the full question asks you to describe the historical and geographical setting, the main characters and their relationships, and the key events of the plot. So today what we're going to work on is writing a really brief introduction that just goes over those main things that are going to go in your essay. And then you're going to write the first body paragraph, which is describing where and when the story takes place and why that historical setting is important. So on Google Classroom, I gave you a model of another essay that I wrote about Freedom Crossing, which was a homework novel that we read a couple months ago. And you can read my essay to see how I formed my introduction. But you're always going to start with a hook to engage the reader. Then you're going to say the title and the author of the book that you're going to write about, which in your case is Number the Stars. And then in the introduction, you do not go into a lot of detail, but you're going to give the big idea of what you're talking about. So today in your introduction, you might want to say something like, the setting of the book is in Denmark during World War II. The main characters are trying to escape the Nazis, and the story is about how they do that. So really brief, not going into detail, because you're going to use your body paragraphs for detail. So take a look at my introduction and then model your introduction after that. And I gave you some bullet points on Google Forms to help you do that. Then for body paragraph 1, which I put as a separate thing on Google Forms so that you don't mix that up with your introduction, you're going to describe where and when the story takes place and why that setting is important for historically. So what you're going to need is a topic sentence to say what the paragraph's going to be about. So say, Number the Stars takes place in blank. I'm not going to give you the answer because you should know. Then you're going to say where and when. So what time period, what was going on in that time period, what was going on in history, and say where in Europe it was taking place. And then you're going to say why that setting was important. So what was going on at that time to make the author set a book during that? Like, what was going on? Was it a problem? Hint, hint. Was it a problem? Was it a challenge that the characters had to overcome? There was something big going on that you should describe in that body paragraph. So again, take a look at my body paragraph to see if you can use that to inspire yours. We will go over this today during Zoom, so if you're having trouble writing it, we can kind of do some shared writing in Zoom, because this is kind of a different essay than what you're used to. But I'm trying to get you to understand that sometimes essays kind of cover a big scope. Like, we've been writing narrow essays this year about theme, about characters, about, narrators and perspective. But this one's kind of a broad essay that talks about a lot of different things. So I want us to be able to write paragraphs that have broad topics and paragraphs that cover something informative about a book. So again, today you're writing your introduction and your first body paragraph. There is a model, an example for you on Google Drive, and there's also bullet points within Google Forms to help you form your paragraphs. Please make sure that you write complete sentences, that you use punctuation, and that your paragraphs are a minimum of 5 sentences. So we'll go over it today. We can always revise them and edit them, but we want to make sure that you guys are able to form your thoughts about the book in a coherent 5th grade way. So again, we'll talk about it during Zoom, and I will see you then.